Hi, I'm April Bantam and I'll be your physical therapist.
Hi, my name is Alex Richards and I'm going to be your personal trainer.
As a physical therapist, you do therapy for the preservation, enhancement, or restoration of movement and physical functions impaired or threatened by disability, injury, or disease.
And as your personal trainer, I'm going to make sure you have a healthy lifestyle by making sure you are eating healthy and having a good exercise routine.
Both personal trainers and physical therapists have clients. Sean Roberts is a 19-year-old college student who is training to try out as a wide receiver for his school's football team. First, we will show you what steps he will go through with the personal trainer, then how he will go through similar steps with the physical therapist.
Hi, my name is Alex and I'm going to be your personal trainer, okay?
Alright, cool.
So I'll start out asking you a few questions. What goal do you want to pursue?
Basically, I'm trying to be a wide receiver for the football team here.
Excellent.
You know?
Alright, so we will work towards that. And then what are your eating habits right now?
Burgers, French fries.
That's good.
It's the mix. I don't like salad though.
Alright, well, we are going to create a healthy diet for you. Okay, so you can be a really good wide receiver for Grand Valley.
Cool.
What do you like to do for exercise?
For exercise, I dance on the side. I like to go run around the campus and stuff. That's pretty much it.
Alright. Well, how often do you do it?
Dance just about probably like 4 times a week, Then also I go running probably like every weekend.
Cool. Well, we're going to start by working out a cardio routine for football. Okay, so we're going to do some interval training. Start talking about our aerobic exercise, which is we get our heart rate up.
Right.
So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you are doing some interval training. We're going to first just jog for about 1 minute, and then we're going to sprint for another 1 minute.
All right, cool.
Okay, so we're going to start doing that.
Let's go.
So we're going to go for 3 weeks, and then after 3 weeks, we'll crank up the intensity a little bit.
All right, cool.
All right.
Cool. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Go ahead and have a seat right here. Physical therapist receives a new patient. The first thing they do is review the charts. They check for any precautions that they may need to look out for, such as rib fractures or concussions. If they are able to speak, a physical therapist interviews with the patient to further understand their injuries and level of pain, how active of a lifestyle they had before. And in Sean's case, he was fully independent as he was training to be a wide receiver. This helps a physical therapist set realistic, attainable goals. A physical therapist receives a patient. They also evaluate components of movement, including strength, range of motion, flexibility, balance, posture, coordination, endurance, and general mobility. After the initial evaluation, PTs will develop a treatment plan unique to their patient. This is the principle of specificity. They also include the FIT formula, which is frequency, intensity, time, and type. Okay, I want to meet with you 4 times a week for the next 4 weeks. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 to 6, okay? This is when you don't have class, so that'll work best for you. We'll start off slow and do 60 minutes of light, active stretching. And then we'll go from there.
Okay, cool.
Physical therapist needs to keep both the principle of overload and the threshold of training in mind. The principle of progression. Overload applied gradually and steadily increases as the body adapts. Along with physical changes, physical therapist needs to know any emotional or mental changes. This is the principle of individuality. Physical therapist encounters all different types of people with different emotional problems. Motivation and encouragement.
As a personal trainer, basically I would be working at different gyms or clubs or even go to someone's home for a personal visit. For the education that I would need, don't really need a college degree, but I do need to be certified as a personal trainer. But getting a degree in exercise science really helps make my credibility go a lot higher so I can get better jobs for different people.
And physical therapist works in hospital, clinics, schools, home care, and in private practices. For education, most physical therapists have a 4-year degree. Now it's more required to have at least a master's. Many are getting their doctorate.